right.
Keep it going. Here she comes.
Well. I feel like I'm going to talk about some of the things that were brought up tonight. I'm older, so I know a lot of drug stories that I have. Even though I was a school teacher, I still went to college, and I still passed all these years, so I had drug stories. So you're probably wondering, if you don't know me, is that the love child of Barbara Streisand and Barry Manilow? I can't be. It would be impossible. I'm like their age. And they can do anything they want. They choose to look like this, but they could have the money to do anything that they want. So, I'll tell you some things that relate to some of the things you talked about. Like you talked about your parents and how your dad talks and how your dad talks. This is how my mother's friend talks, because I'm from Long Island and I'm from a Jewish family, like from the suburbs. So this is how my mother's friend's son talks. My daughter, she married Snapple. My son, he married Batamta Pickles. I swear, that's how people talk that I grew up with. My mother goes to the beauty parlor, and her nickname is Ruby, so they go, Ruby, my son, he's a Nobel Prize winner. She didn't really have that accent, but it sounds funny. And then the next lady in the beauty parlor says, my son Corky went to Harvard, doctor. And Ruby, how about you? How about your daughter Lane? Well, she got divorced twice. She spends her Sunday afternoons in a basement in Greenwich Village, pays money for 5 minutes of jokes. She didn't really say that. So, I want to try some new things. Usually I bring friends with me and then I have to impress them, so I have to do real jokes. So, not that this isn't real. I used to teach in a tough school, and the parents, it's sad, the parents don't really care about their children like it is when we grew up. Like your father's a coach, and they care about us. So forget that premise. So I'm going up the escalator in Penn Station, and New York's such a tough city, and the kids are so tough. So I'm going up the escalator in Penn Station, and you hear that announcement. Keep your children behind you and your luggage in front of you. You get it? It's really the opposite. I never said that out loud. So, the kids I taught were really tough. It's not even funny. Like this kid, he taught me the word of the day. Could you imagine? Glock, G-L-O-C-K. He brought a Glock to school and he taught me the word of the day. Not funny. I really had him 2 years before he brought a Glock to school, but I didn't teach him that. These kids were really tough, and they were rude. They were tough and rude at the same time. Like one kid was picking his teeth, and to me that's rude while you're teaching, with my car antenna. And this is how I had to teach them how to read. We used to have these Dick and Jane books. None of you are old enough to know this, but they used to say run, Dick, run. It was like a suburban little, Dick and Jane book. So, but the way I had to teach these kids how to read, it was like, run, Spot, run. Dick's got a gun. Spot is a pit bull. Run, Spot, run. And those were the 10th graders. But then I added this verse to the book. If Dick's got a gun, run, teacher, run. Run, teacher, run. But you know why the kids in New York are so tough? It's because New York itself is tough. Like you were talking about, being a New Yorker, and maybe they didn't even like that lady, so that's why nobody talked to her, because we're royalty and all that. But that's because, I don't know why I'm relating this, but it's because New York's tough. Like you go over the bridge from New Jersey and you see that sign, Guido Eats It, welcome to New York. You feel right at home. And when kids are born, like when I was little, there used to be these bassinets in the nursery in the hospital, and it would be like a little card with ribbon, like a blue ribbon, a pink ribbon. It would say Johnny, 5 pounds, 6 ounces, cutesy little thing. Now they just spray paint across the window at the nursery. Babies, 2014, born to steal headsets. joke so long ago that it used to say, babies, 86, I swear to God, born to steal blaupunks. Then years later, born to steal 8-track tapes. Some of the things you talked about, like Caitlin mentioned, some groups, I never even heard of them. I mean, I think that's funny because, you know, I go to concerts and I'm the one with the arthritis. That's very funny. Yeah. In fact, at the birthday parties my friends have, they say lumbar 1, L2, L... You know, are you 1? I didn't set that up. Are you 1? Are you 2? L1, L2. Really want to do new things. To tell you how old I'm getting, the cuckoo on my biological clock, it's wearing Depends. I did go see Kinky Boots today, and I just wanted to say that because it was a lot about this boot factory. I don't want to give it away, but I just did. And they had more than just the one pair of boots. They had a lot of them. And the whole movie is about that, so it was funny when you talked about it. So I'll just tell you a drug story really fast. I took a Quaalude by mistake when I was teaching my first day right out of college. I took a Quaalude, and since my time is up, I'll tell you the whole story next time because that's part of my routine. Thank you.